In trying to put myself in your guys' shoes, I can't even begin to imagine what that feeling must have been like after you successfully did it. You didn't lose any of your guys. You smoked the fucking bad guy. You took a treasure trove of intel. You land in your first kind of role or responsibilities to sweep the outside. I'm assuming prior to guys entering. If you could kind of walk us through the mission as it was seen through you and Cairo's eyes.
Yeah, we did our duty on the outside. We found that helicopter tail.
Yeah.
Once I felt confident with the sweeps, I started making my way to the inside. Found the main building, started doing sweeps on the first floor. There was a lot of glass on the floor, I remember, so I was having to lift Cairo up quite often. And
no rough wear dog booties on that one. Yeah.
Did our sweeps, and then it obviously goes more into detail in the book, and then made our way up to the second floor. Did our sweeps, didn't find anything significant, and I was just doing thorough sweeps. And I was on my way up to the third floor, and the call was made that, hey, I think I was talking to Rob. And
yeah.
it's like, hey, I think I got it. It goes into like more detail for sure, but
yeah,
it's like that was a great feeling. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it go from being surreal to being more of a real moment at that point?
I guess at that moment, it's like, he thinks we got him. I was like, okay, that's cool. It kind of like gets me excited, but not too much. Still doing our job. I'm just focusing on the dog looking for change of behavior, looking for explosives. We figured the house would be rigged to blow, or there's going to be some safe room, false wall. Something, right? So I'm just focusing on him, and then I hear, I think it was talking to Rob. I said it first, and I was like, cool. I just got that guy. And then the call came over the radio, and then that was like, okay, it was of his official. It's like, yes, no matter whatever happens from this moment forward, like we knew we got him.
Yeah.
He was done. Even if we didn't make it back, it's like, okay, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. Was there any noise, or did you guys keep it composed?
I'll let you read the book. It's kind of embarrassing, honestly. Like, It's the first time I've ever done it, but I'll let you. It's a good a good little thing.
We'll save that story.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
But it was a great feeling. Let's just say that I've never done that before on target. We're professionals, right?
Yeah.
We're not there to celebrate and stuff, but
that's a different story.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
We'd get, like I said, even if we didn't know what he wanted to die, but we at least knew when we had him.
Yeah.
Right. The mission was accomplished. Now let's get home. Let's get. Right.
One thing I'm curious with, and this is purely, from the dog being used aspect standpoint, is there? I mean, with that speed and fluidity of the unit moving through multiple levels, obviously the dog can't be everywhere at once. I mean, is there an element of having him there for certain, tactically valuable spots where it you almost have to have, something checking to make sure that these choke points are clear, et cetera, are what they are. But, in essence, just kind of one more shooter with a dog with you going through in some areas at some point when you're taking it down that fast with that many guys and that many levels. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah.
Especially we were on a little bit of a time crunch considering where we were.
Yeah.
And when you're, doing that many house runs, guys are pretty quick by then. So it was me just to, like I said, I was watching the dogs change of behavior and moving as fast paced as I can to try to catch. Everybody had to do some sweeps. Mm-hmm. I was told to conduct sweeps on the outside and then catch up with the team.
Yeah. Were you by yourself? Did you have security with you?
Security, for sure. Oh, yeah. You got a swim buddy.
Yeah. With what's typically your primary in that role? Are you with everybody else, or are you doing MP5s or 7s, or does it just depend?
I rolled with an MP5 for a while, and I got myself into an op where
panned out it wasn't a good idea.
I thought it was kind of a good idea, call it maybe laziness, and I didn't just having that smaller signature of the gun. I didn't want the gun swinging down and hitting Cairo in the head, and it's just easier to kind of handle. But I was on one mission where it kind of bit me in the ass, and it was a lesson learned that I didn't had to reach out and get some people, and I feel like I was doing that with that platform.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So I switched back to the 416 after that one.
Yeah, What,
Yeah.
I mean, do you have the flexibility to roll with like a 300 blackout, like a small, like a cane brake SIG 300 blackout in an instance like that? Or
Maybe certain guys.
yeah. I mean, is that something, I don't know, what's your take on that platform as a whole?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really mess with that platform. In sniper school, I got my sniper suite.
Yeah.
I try to perfect that platform as much as possible. And then, we have so much stuff going on. I got to jump, dive, this, and then now I got to learn to dog. So I didn't really get into, I didn't get into the different platforms once I progressed into my career.
Yeah. All right. So going through, you're doing your sweeps, you're doing your thing. That comes over the radio. We'll save that juicy tidbit for you assholes to read the book. You said you're on a time crunch. Was there kind of an internal, hey, we need to be fucking back on the bird at a certain time? And
Head shed was keeping track.
Keeping tabs.
Yeah.
Was there anything different in terms of whether it's eyes in the sky or being monitored because it was obviously the president's fucking watching? Was there an element of that made anything different for you guys?
No.
Not really. All right. So once that's done, did you get to a point in the building where you actually went into the room where UBL was at, or did you never get to see that?
We'll save that for the book.
We gotta give the guy something.
Got to give him something. Yeah. The call was made. I didn't need to go into the room.
Yeah.
We were very busy. We were very busy.
Doing the rest of what you were doing.
Well, I mean, everybody's has a really important job. We're on a time crunch. If I wasn't needed, I was needed in other valuable places to do sweeps with explosive odor we did not know. So I did it. And, just because I want to go in there and see Bin Laden's room.
Yeah.
If my teammate who I trust comes down and says, hey, man, we don't need you in there, it's kind of busy. I'm like, cool, got it. I'm going to go find another job.
Yeah. Do you know either through the actual timeline or otherwise what the amount of time on target was?
No.
Don't know. You just knew what time you had to be out by?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, looking back on it, do you know about how long you guys were there? Is it something you can share?
Yeah, I honestly don't even remember.
I mean,
it might be in one of the other guys' books,
Yeah.
Read.
I mean, I guess just thinking of it ballpark, was it 10 minutes, an hour, half hour?
Hour.
Yeah. Was there any indicator that the gig was up in terms of outside forces? I know a lot of times, there's blocking forces, whatever. Was there an element to that where you guys had guys keeping an eye on the perimeter and making sure that the fucking cavalry wasn't on its way?
For sure, of course. And that was one of my responsibilities, is to get the dog out there to kind of deter people from getting too close.
Was there kind of a crowd assembling at that point?
There was a little bit of
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you get the impression, I guess, in that position that the people around there knew that he was there, or do you think it was a fucking secret?
Probably a secret.
No shit.
Yeah.
They were just seeing what the fuck was going on, like what the fuck?
I think he was hiding pretty well in plain sight.
Yeah.
And the intel people who put in the work to find him did a real good job.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, depending on how accurate the movie is, it's I'm sure it's close, or at least in the ballpark. It's a remarkable story for sure.
I just watched it because Chris Pratt was in it.
Is that right? Yeah.
Oh my, yeah.
You did teach him how to handle a velociraptor.
Yeah, for sure. I love that guy. I was like, I wasn't going to watch it. I'm like, I don't want to watch it. Maybe I watched it and just, I don't know. It's just weird. And then I was like, oh yeah, Chris Pratt's in it. And I'm like, all right, I'll watch it.
He's a good fucker.
He is a great guy.
Yeah.
I've only met him like maybe once or a couple of times, but from what I could tell, he's a great man.
Well, that just the support he has for veterans, and he does Murph most years, and
right,
just seems to be like a fucking good dude that way. But
like he reached out, like gave a shout out to the Brain Treatment Foundation the other day, trying to raise money. I'm like, thank you. Like that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
For sure it is, especially a guy at that level. It's nice to see, because most of them don't seem to give much of a fuck. But. All right. So as you're wrapping that up, you still have certain responsibilities as you guys go. I know there was a ton of fucking intel taken off of that. Just thinking of losing a fucking helo and now having to put everybody on one. How tight was that fucking ride back? And what was it like actually exfilling?
It was awesome. It was tight. I don't care. I guess the only thing that we really cared about was getting shot down.
Yeah.
but I put in I held Cairo. It was a tight fit. I held Cairo in my lap the whole time, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it was great, man. Like, I didn't even care.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, hopefully I don't get shut down. Put it in my AirPods, and I just try to listen to music.
Yeah. What were you listening
relax. So here's a kind of funny story. So we had Falco. I used to listen. I brought it. A lot of guys will read, you know, on the airplane to kill time. A lot of guys sleep. I'd sleep a lot too, but I'd listen to music, and I'd listen to "It's a Great Day to Be Alive." I love my job. I'm surrounded by like some of the best people in the world, like doing good things. I used to listen to that song all the time.
Who sings that?
The Great Day of Travis Tritt.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Are you a country guy?
Yeah, big country guy. Yeah. Texas, Southeast Texas. You?
Not really, honestly.
No?
I mean,
Okay.
I'm from Iowa originally, I mean, for me, I've just never fucking gotten into it, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just there's for me, I guess I look at music more from like a motivational stand. Like I love to listen to music working out or walking, running. You know, or if I'm working, you know, doing shit outside or whatever, I always listen to music, but it's usually like metal or hard rock or
Nice.
You know, shit like that.
I usually listen to your podcast.
Is that right?
No, I listen. I do. I listen to, I try to,
man,
instead of listening
awesome.
to music,
Yeah.
every once in a while I listen
Yeah.
to music. I'm trying to learn more.
Yeah.
My brain wasn't functioning there for quite a while.
Yeah.
I felt like I was slacking. So these days, you know, if I'm not reading, I'm trying to put in a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking
Listen,
awesome.
yeah, you learn some good stuff, man.
That's
You
awesome.
have good. But so I'd listen to "It's a Great Day to Be Alive," and I'd always, you know,
Yeah.
Falco would always be there.
Yeah.
After he passed, it just couldn't listen to it, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
get me. I'm like, you know what? I just couldn't. I just skip it.
Yeah.
On that plane ride, it just happened to come up, and I was like, you know what? And it was, if I'm going to listen to that song at any point in my life, it's probably one of them.
Yeah.
And I just tell you, I had Cairo in my lap, listen to that song, and
Yeah.
it's good stuff, man.
In trying to put myself in your guys' shoes, I can't even begin to imagine what that feeling must have been like. And I get it's even better being all packed in there on the way out after you successfully did it. You didn't lose any of your guys. You smoked the fucking bad guy. You took a treasure trove of intel. I mean, if you can try to put into words as you're lifting off, like looking at the compound, knowing what you guys just did, like how do you even encapsulate that into words?
I mean, I really can't, man. Even the exfil was something out of a movie. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And then just see like how bad things could have turned out, and to sit there. I was just sitting on the wall watching this happen, and to watch these people operate at such a high level and make decisions like that, and not even raise their tone of voice.
Yeah.
Just hey man, do this. Ended up making a call or like saved like a helicopter from possibly going down again. It's like, man, just to watch that happen, it was like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
And then the helicopter comes in and picks us up, and I can't even describe. Like,
Yeah.
I guess the best way to describe it, when we arrived at the hangar and we walked in, what I felt personally was like, we made it back and everybody's alive.
Mm-hmm.
And we got them. Like, we got them, we're back, and nobody died. Like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it gives me fucking
Right.
again chills just hearing about it. I can't even fucking fathom what that feeling must have been like to go from being that high school senior and knowing that impact. Fast forward 20 fucking years, almost, or 20, but a long goddamn time, 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the things that have transpired between 9/11 and when you guys got him. That was what, 10 years, 11 years? To me, it's such a movie-like poetic justice of events that transpired to make all of that happen, and it's an honor to sit here, with somebody that was on it and have you share that story. It's fucking remarkable.
It's an honor to be able to tell the story.